Hello, in this video I'm going to carry on teaching you how to add and subtract fractions. Now you'll know that when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the bottom number, the denominator, must be the same. So here we're going to look at what to do if you have a question like this. So what if I want to add 1/2, add a quarter? Well, straight away we've got a problem because the denominators are not the same. Now people who aren't sure what they're doing or just taking a stab at it might have a go and just think, oh well, 1 add 1 is 2 and 2 add 4 is 6, but I'm afraid that is not going to work. So please, no. Let me show you how to do it. What you need to do is you need to change one of the fractions, or in some cases both of them, so the denominators are the same. So it's important that you understand about equivalent fractions, and I've got a video on that which I've done, so do have a look at it. So I need to think to myself, can I change quarters into halves, or can I change halves into quarters? Well, I can't change quarters into halves because 2 is smaller than 4. So what I need to do is think, can I change it so that halves into quarters? And the answer is, of course, I can, because I can get 2 into 4 by doubling it. So let's write a half here. And this is just going over equivalent fractions. So I've got a half. And remember, with equivalent fractions, the key thing is whatever I do to the bottom number, I must do to the top number, and vice versa. So 2 times 2 equals 4. And then I do the same to the top. 1 times 2 is 2. So 1/2 is the same as 2 quarters. So now I can substitute that half, and instead of writing a half, I can write 2 quarters add 1 quarter, which we can now do, can't we, without any problem at all. Stays as quarters. 2 quarters add 1 quarter is 3 quarters. Let's do a few more examples. So let's go for 2/3 add 1/9. Again, I can't do it at the moment because the bottom number is different, but what I can do is I can change this 2/3, I can change the thirds into ninths. So I'm going to write it underneath here. And the reason is that I know that 3's go into 9. So I'm going to put a 9 at the bottom. And I know the way to do it is to multiply it by 3. I'm going to write a little times 3 here. Because 3 times 3 is 9. So I need to do the same to the top number. 2 times 3 is 6. And that is an equivalent fraction. 6/9 is the same as 2/3. So 6/9 add 1/9 gives me 7/9. And it's going to be exactly the same if I'm subtracting. So let's do a subtraction one. Let's go for 7/6. Take away 1/3. Well, I can't do that at the moment because these are different, but I can change thirds into sixths. So let's do it underneath again. And I know that if I double 3, it becomes 6. So I need to double a 1 as well. 1 times 2 is 2. Keep this, so now I've got 7/6. Take away 2/6, and they equal 5/6. So that is my answer, 5/6. Now, at these examples we've seen, one number goes into the other number. That isn't always the case. So I'm going to show you an example here. Let's try and add 1/4 plus 2/3. Oh, I've got a problem here because 3 doesn't go into 4 and 4 doesn't come into 3. Now what I need to do in this example is I've got to find a number that both of them go into. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky. So what number does 4 and 3 both go into? What I need to do is I need to find the lowest common multiple. So if I go up through the 3 times table and the 4 times table, where's the first time in which they both have a number in both times table? And the answer is the 12 times table. And now I need to think to myself, how many 4s are there in 12? And the answer is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So do the same to the top number and multiply that by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. And then exactly the same on this side. How many 3s go into 12? Well, it is 4. So I must do the same to the top. 2 times 4 is 8. And now I've converted both of these fractions into 12ths, and they're equivalent fractions. And so now I can add them together. So 3 12ths add 8 12ths gives me 11 12ths. I'm going to give some further examples of this in another video. It's all about understanding equivalent fractions and being able to change fractions so they've got the same denominator. That is the key to this.